Hi guys. Last night we were discussing solutions to problems from homework M1 and I got cut off. The Zoom session ended while we were discussing the solution to this problem number 3. The problem is to use simulation methods to estimate the D2 constant that allows you to estimate standard deviations from ranges. So I want to demonstrate in MINITAB how to solve this problem. So I'm going to bring MINITAB up. I'm going to first show you how to do this with one sample of size 9. So I'm going to create a random sample of size 9, calculate random data, normal. I want to generate a sample of size 9, store it in column C. I'm going to put it in C2. You'll see why in a moment. I want a mean of 100, standard deviation of 10. These specs all come from the problem statement. I'll click on OK. Here's my sample of size 9. Now I want to calculate the range. I'll go to Stat, Basic Stats, Store Descriptive Statistics. This isn't the only way to get the range, but it's appropriate for the solution. I want to process column C2. I'm going to go to the Statistics submenu, and it's the range that I want. I'll turn off the other reports and click on OK. And here's the range determined from this sample of size 9. I want to repeat this 1,000 times now. I want to do this again, but I need an indicator variable to keep track of the samples, each sample ID for samples of size 9. So I'm going to write the ID values in column C1. The measurement values will be in C2. And then the ranges aren't going to go there. You'll see why in a moment. I'm going to create the indicator column, calculate, make pattern data, simple set of numbers. I use this tool in MINITAB all the time. It's a simple numeric pattern generator. Simple set of numbers. I want to store the pattern in C1. I want to count from 1 to 1,000 and repeat each value 9 times. I'll run that. And there are now 9,000 entries in the ID column. It counts 1 to 1,000. It repeats each value 9 times. Now I want to populate the measurement column with 9,000 observations. Calculate, random data, normal. This is all set to go. I just have to update the number of samples I need to 9,000. I'll click on OK. Now I have 9,000 observations. They're indexed by the ID column. Now I need their ranges. Again, there are a number of ways to do this, but the easiest one is Stat, Basic Stats, Store Descriptive Statistics. I want to process the C2 column like I did before, but this time I want to do it by the ID column. Let's see if I can do this. I can't delete that. I'm going to just run this, and I was hoping to delete that column. I'll take it out now. Delete cells. There we go. So MINITAB has now given us the ranges determined for each treatment group indexed by the ID value. I now want to divide this by sigma, was 10 when I created the data. So I'm going to create a column called R over sigma. These are D2 estimates. I have to divide the ranges by 10. I could do this from calculator if you want to use the graphical user interface. My preference, I'm going to come to the command line. I'm going to use the let command. Let C5 equal C4 divided by 10. I'll click on run. These are now D2 estimates. I want to study them. I'm expecting they look like 2.97 is the theoretical value for D2. I want to calculate that value, and I could do it from a number of menus. I could go calculate calculator and calculate the range, calculate column statistics, calculate the range. I am going to do it from the Stat Basic Stats graphical summary menu. I want a graphical display of the data too. So I will process the R over sigma column, click on OK. And here's MINITAB's report. I use this report all the time. MINITAB produces a histogram, and you can see it is centered on around 3. We're expecting 2.97 for the actual value there. The mean of all these values is 2.96. So my simulated D2 value comes out very close to the expected value. I could increase the number of samples from 1,000 to 10,000 very quickly and get a much a more accurate estimate for the D2 value. But you can see that the range over sigma values, they vary a lot. So you can't trust any one very much. But when you look at enough of them, this method works really well. Thank you.